of RD National College, Honorable Neha Jagtani and Ma'am, my colleague Shri Sandeep Karnik, Additional CP West Region, Shri Manjunath Singhe, DCP of Zone 9, the dignitaries present on the dais, Shri Vedraman, Shri Rohra, Advocate Karnani, Shri Nichani, my friend Vivek Devnani, Senior Inspector of CAR, ACP of the division, Vice Principal, all the teaching faculty, and my dear young, smart, enthusiastic students. On the occasion of World Health Day, this very inspirational function I could witness. I consider myself very fortunate. I could see everywhere passion, innovation, vision, energy. The display of Ramayana was outstanding. There are no words to explain this beautifully directed, choreographed drama. We were into that aura for some time. The welcome by NCC students and NSS students, the human chain, the commitment, the dedication, everything is very, very positive, very, very constructive. Madam, thank you so much, because you have brought the spirit of youth. After these COVID times, I can see this energy of youth. 50 students across 50 colleges have come together. This is indeed a very positive and constructive campaign, and very important subject. Youngsters are into mid-20s. Everybody knows that prefrontal cortex of brain develops during teenage, it develops up to mid-20s. So the addiction, the positive or negative? Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, 15व्या-16व्या वर्षी, in the teen age, सह्याद्रीच्या कड्या कपाल्यांना शेले पागोटे बांधले. शिवाजी महाराजांनी त्यांच्या रक्ताचा अभिषेक शंभू महादेवाच्या पिंडीवर घातला आणि स्वराज्याचं तोरण बांधलं. आय एम स्पीकिंग इन मराठी बिकॉज दॅट इज माय इनर पॅशन. जो 65 किलोची तलवार वागवतो त्याचं नाव येसाजी. जो 2000 शत्रूंशी एकटा झुंजतो त्याचं नाव बाजी. जो हात तुटला तरी शत्रूशी लढत राहतो त्याचं नाव तानाजी. जो 18 तासात घोडा दिल्लीवरून पुण्याला घेऊन येतो त्याचं नाव संताजी. जो शत्रूच्या छावणीत एकटा घुसतो आणि शत्रूच्या छावणीचा कळस कापून आणतो त्याचं नाव धनाजी. जो ठाण्या वाघाला एकटा सामोरे जातो आणि त्याला उभा फाडतो त्याचं नाव संभाजी. आणि या सगळ्यांना एकत्र घेऊन स्वराज्याचं नंदन घडवतो तो छत्रपती शिवाजी. So while taking the oath, doing something great for this country, we have to build this great country mighty not in its regular term, mighty in thought, mighty in culture, mighty in its peaceful service to the humanity. There are 3 beautiful verbs: to love, to help, and to serve. Rotary, I think it's known for sowing the seeds of love. So this very dangerous menace of drugs, it's an international menace because the turnover of drugs industry, recently the cyber crime turnover has taken over drugs industry. That is again unfortunate thing. But you must be knowing about Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. Golden Crescent is Afghanistan, Pakistan and Iran and Golden Crescent is Laos, Myanmar and Thailand. And the opium trade, brown sugar trade, and all. There are stimulants, depressants, hallucinogens. NDPS stands for narcotics and psychotropic substances. Narcotics are that plant-based, and psychotropic substances are chemical substances. So the drugs trade between Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle is $1,000 billion in 1 year. You can imagine, because we are in between these two crescents and triangles. So you are the soft targets. I have raided 3 rave parties. When I was SP of Pune district, in 2007 I had raided Sinhagad rave party. It became a major news in the and media discussed in both the ways. And when I was additional CP of West Region at Sandeep Karnik's place, in 2012 I had raided that 72 degrees and Jhu's Okud Bash. In Sinhagad rave party, I detained 286 youngsters of your age. Here in Juhu 72 degree, 232, and in Okud Bash, 98. I didn't arrest them, the consumers, the consumption, I know it has to be dealt with a lot of sensitivity because they are victims of crime. I took their blood and urine samples and let them go home. We charged serious sections of sale, distribution and possession on the drug peddlers. But I was shocked to see the results in the three rave parties. In Pune, 86% of the youngsters tested positive. In 72 degrees, 92% tested positive, and in Okud, 98% tested positive. There is half time, spectrometry. After every 6 hours, the percentage of drugs become half. So spectrometry brings correct results. So we feel that this is because I was very happy to see Ronnie coming back. Ronnie emerged back as a soldier and fought for the nation. But these drugs, once it takes control of your central nervous system, there is hardly a U-turn. There is rehab. There are a lot many. I'm not negative or pessimistic, but there is no U-turn because when I was additional CP of West Mumbai, that time I had all police stations, I had called 150 chain snatchers. And out of 150 chain snatchers, 90% were drug addicts. They were committing crime to get the drugs. It takes control. So that high or euphoria, that hallucination, because rave party, that rave stands for radical audio visual experience. That is high repetitive bit. In DJ system also there is low, mid and top. And the sounds produced, because I was the first one, I was in charge of Western Maharashtra as IG. From Lonavala to Kolhapur was my area, and I was the first IG to stop all the DJs during Ganpati. There was a lot of hassles I faced, legal hassles, political hassles. But in the High Court, the appreciation was given to the police for that proactive step. Because this high repetitive 120 decibel, that is called tunnel effect or that is called earthquake effect, that has connection with the drugs. So there is no U-turn. You get addicted. That sound or that fluorescent colors in the parties, in discos and pubs you must be going. The concept called date rape, you must have heard that nitrite based drugs, if it is mixed with the thumbs up or coke you are having with your friend and you consume that, your memory gets blurred and you don't know what happens. There was one movie called Sunday. That Sunday was missing from the life of that girl, Ajay Devgan's movie. You don't know what has happened and your life is ruined. So this new chemical substances, speedballs, there is no soft drugs, marijuana, charas. You think that for that party substance, for creative purposes, many fashion industry and other industries, they prefer this kind of creative drugs or party drugs. But it splits your brain. I was holding additional charge of anti-narcotic cell for 1 year, so I have studied a little bit more because I sent that iodex and boot polish and other things, because they are not prescribed in the NDPS Act. Mr. Karnani must appreciate this. So those should be included in the list. So this is a time, this is the young age. हालात के कदमों पर सिकंदर नहीं गिरता, टूटा कोई तारा तो जमीन पर नहीं गिरता. गिरते हैं शौक से दरिया समंदर में, लेकिन किसी दरिया में समंदर नहीं गिरता. You are that kind of. Youth is for energy. Youth is for commitment. Madam, thank you so much. You showed my friends, my batchmates, my colleagues, Anand, Sugan, me, from a small village called Kokrud, 1800 population. When in 1997, there was none from Mumbai in civil services finalist of IAS, IPS and IFS, and we three from small village of 1800 population were in IAS, IPS and IFS. You saw Anand is principal secretary to the governor of Tamil Nadu. You saw Sugan Rajaram is ambassador, he is high commissioner in Ghana, and I am joint CP of entire Mumbai city. So this was like a plan, this was like a trap. When we came Mumbai, the SIC, Sandeep is also alumni of SIC, State Institute for Administrative Careers. So when we came with a rucksack full of books, 2-3 t-shirts, jeans and sleepers, there was no place to stay also. We were staying at MLA hostel. But there were dreams, there was commitment. मुट्ठी भर लेकर कुछ सपने भरकर जेबों में आशाएं, दिल में हर अरमान की कुछ कर जाए. सूरज सा तेज नहीं मुझ में, दीपक सा जलता देखोगे. मेरी हद रोशन करने से तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे? तुम मुझको कब तक? मैं उस माटी का वृक्ष नहीं जिसको नदियों ने सींचा है. बंजर माटी में पलकर मैंने मृत्यु से जीवन खींचा है. मैं पत्थर पर लिखी इबारत हूं, तुम शीशे से कब तक तोड़ोगे? मिटने वाला मैं नाम नहीं, तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे? तुम So Madam showed, I can't speak in articulated English. I have tried my best because I studied in Marathi medium. I gave my UPSC main examination in Marathi. Even for interview, my medium was Marathi. Lieutenant General Surendranath interviewed me. And that time when he asked me first question, Vishwas, why don't you speak in English? I said, sir, I'm not good fluent in English. Let me speak in Marathi. No, you should try in broken English. So I said, yes, sir, I'll try. And he asked my first question, Vishwas, you have graduated in 1994. These 3 years, what are you doing? I replied, sir, I have established one competitive study center at my village which works for the upliftment of the rural youth as well as for disseminating rational and viable ideas in rural folks. He got impressed. Vishwas, you speak good English. But that was the only answer which I had made by heart. Because that was expected question. And then my real English started. He asked about Ghashiram Kotwal, that famous drama. So I started that Nana Fadowni was shown as behind woman person. He couldn't understand. Then I tried. There is a translator, interpreter also. I asked, "Ki Stree Lampatcha bhashantar karun sanga." Then he translated. But last question which he asked me, कि विश्वास इस दुनिया में क्यों आए हो? इस दुनिया में आने का तुम्हारा मकसद क्या है? And I replied, sir, there is one poem of La Mancha, which inspires me. And that poem, the ethos of the poem, the meaning of the poem, the concept of the poem may be the goal of my life. That poem goes like this: to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to run where the brave dare not to go. When your arms are too weary to reach that unreachable star, this is my quest to follow that star. No matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without questions, without pause, to be willing to march into the hell for heavenly cause. So cause in life is very important. When I was introduced, I got the President's Police Medal for gallantry for fighting in Taj on 26/11. But when I entered, I was knowing that this is the deathbed, because AK-47 bursts and grenade blasts, and I was holding one pistol. My bodyguard was holding one pistol with 40 rounds. But in that answer I couldn't tell the final slot of that poem. I will be true to that glorious quest when my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my final rest, and the world will be better for this one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach that unreachable star. So that soldier song, that Ronnie spirit, that you should take in heart. Don't fall, don't succumb to the peer pressure, because your parents, recently ma'am, one 15-year-old girl committed suicide. I couldn't sleep after reading her final suicide note. That was not a suicide note actually. She had made 3 columns. One was start, another was stop, and third was quit. So stop means she has written, start means start, she has written start obeying parents, start focusing on academics, start exercising every day, start attending the lectures regularly, start not to follow social media much. And stop was stop taking drugs, stop taking pills, stop arguing with parents, and so many other things. And lastly, she said, I quit, and she jumped from 15th floor. It was very disturbing night for me, and I couldn't sleep because it's my responsibility, it's our responsibility as a society. Of course, law enforcement agency, it's our responsibility. We have strengthened our anti-terrorist squads. The Thamne is in charge of anti-terrorist squad because there is threat of narco-terrorism, terrorism fueled by the money coming from the narcotics. So we are there for you, but this is not like only by law enforcement, by charging the people. It cannot be solved. Society should, parents are very important, teachers are the most important, the values we inculcate. So we are there for you as खाकी. मैं खाकी हूँ, दिन हूँ, रात हूँ, सांझ वाली बाती हूँ, मैं खाकी हूँ. आंधी में, तूफान में, होली में, रमजान में, कठिन समय में तुम्हारे साथ हूँ, मैं खाकी हूँ. विघ्न विकट की बात ही क्या, कभी चोटिल हूँ, कभी कातिल हूँ, और कभी तिरंगे में लिपटी रोती सी सकती छाती हूँ, मैं खाकी हूँ. We are there for you, but we all should come together and commit ourselves, take oath. That's these drugs, that's substance abuse. I don't know about alcohol or tobacco. I will not speak about that. But these drugs will kill our generation if we do not get alerted today. So let's commit, let's stop this menace right now. And I must appreciate this awareness and education can solve 90% of the problem, because the youngsters don't know what it is, how lethal, how deadly it is. So I again congratulate Neha ma'am for organizing such kind of fantastic endeavor. We would request you ma'am to come on our Sunday streets and showcase this to the entire university. We are really proud of you. We are really proud of these youngsters who perform outstandingly well on the dais. All the best. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.